Hello, good evening. Hello. Let's talk about Game of Thrones for a minute, guys. Hi, guys. Happy Sunday. What's up? Episode had so many things. Like what? And bought if you harass my caps. Lizney. Remind me and I'll add you as a regular. Oh, you are 3 hours away from regular status. You have earned it all on your own. Look at you. Captain Lizney, so excited about Gendry. Were you really, was that really such a big deal for you? I have different feelings on this episode. Oh my god. Team Dick on. Rip the dick, man. I really thought, I don't know what I thought was gonna happen. Just because Tarly is a stubborn old asshole. He really could have pledged loyalty to Dany. Like, dick on. Oh, God. Good one. Good one, J-Mac. That dick was so hot. Oh, my gosh. Oh, all right. Well... I got so caught up when they were like, we're going to trap. First of all, when Tyrion started suggesting military strategy, because they've listened to him the past 3 times and it's failed. So then they go to him and he speaks up for a 4th time and is like, I know everything I've done has failed. All the advice I've given you has failed, Dany, but listen to this great idea I have. I don't understand. Yo, moment of silence for the Tarleys. We'll talk about Tarly in just a second. Tarly and Sam Tarly. Lord Tarly and Jorah, yeah. No one else feels hung up on that plot? Like... Sam Tarly, yeah. But he had a big part in this episode. I wanted to talk about him. He doesn't know that his dad and his brother are dead. I wonder if that will have any effect on him at all. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So what did you guys think? Like, I didn't think it was very good. I mean, so the Tarly name is gone. All right. I mean, he still like had a relationship with his mom. Remember? And like he went back home. Remember that like really awkward homecoming? You liked it. I'm drinking this. So the Uber Ginger recommended this tea, and it is tip top. It's like some sort of like throat tea. It really helps a lot. You don't think it's gonna affect anything? I just wondered that because they took a second to, like, at the Maester's table after he left, they were like, well, did you tell him? Like, isn't he the one that his dad and brother just got roasted? And he was like, no, I haven't told him yet. So I thought that was strange. I thought that was real weird, right? Like, if he had known, would he have stayed? Who cares? Doesn't matter. Oh, yeah. They are obviously moving chess pieces around because we were moving around the map so fast. Like, they would be like, quick. Bran's like, I need to send a raven because he saw the army of the dead marching towards Eastwatch, right? Eastwatch. And then next scene, the letters had arrived via raven. Like, we were like all over the map. Oh, man. Moving real fast. Did you guys hear my shoulder pop? It was really loud. Let's see what Lizney has to say. Sam is going off on an adventure. First human to kill a White Walker. Yeah, I don't know where Sam's going. I mean, I was pretty infuriated how heavily they're laying on the Jon Snow's heritage, like Easter eggs, like when the dragon, you know, really liked when Jon was like picking his nose because he's a Targaryen. And then when Gilly found that manuscript that like said that Rhaegar Targaryen had a secret annulment and a marriage to Lyanna Stark, that not only does that prove that Jon is not a bastard, but that scene right there proved that he is legitimate. Like, he's a legitimate Targaryen. Because we had thought, oh, maybe he's going to be like a bastard Targaryen. How good is that going to be for him? The scene with Gilly was kind of lame. I didn't think it was lame because I was waiting for that to happen. You knew somehow Sam was going to discover some like mighty old secret in those scrolls somehow, right? Like, you knew that was coming. So, I mean, Sam still doesn't know yet. Gilly said it, but they don't know what they read. They don't know that it concerns Jon Snow. Why would something concerning Rhaegar Targaryen have anything to do with them? How it was done? I mean, it's not really done yet. They're stretching it out. Like, it still has to be done. So maybe Sam? Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, he's not a bastard. Right? So maybe it's a lot more significant as to why we were like, Jon, why don't you just bend the knee? It's like, well, he couldn't bend the knee because, in fact, he's probably the rightful heir. All right, so I can't believe it. You guys are totally okay with this, like, crazy Tyrion thought-up plan of they're going to trap a White Walker and then bring it all the way south to try to convince Cersei, the Mad Queen. There's no convincing Cersei. Like, she is out of control. She is, like, way off the deep end. Yeah, Jon's not a bastard after all. Answer that question. Tyrion's plan is dumb as shit. Thank you. It feels like some sort of, like, cockamamie, like... the greatest T&D party, greatest trading party. They're gonna go flawless raider. How many times has Jon gone north of that wall? At least twice, right? Now. He's, like, anyone that goes north is not supposed to survive. So, like, who in that party is gonna die? I think Jorah's dead. I think that was a final goodbye between Jorah and Dany. The fact that we got their reunion finally says to me that Jorah can die at any moment. He's so dead. The Hound, I think, lives. All of those brothers that are, like, walking zombies already are 100% dead. Jon has to live, we know. He can't die again. Well, I guess, who knows? Who knows how many times they're going to play that card? Because anyone that dies, they can just, like, hocus pocus them back to life. She looked at Jon Snow. Here's the thing. We just learned this episode that that's his nephew. No, that's her nephew, right? That's his aunt. And not like, oh, that's my, like, second cousin's aunt. No, that's his direct aunt. They're totally gonna bone. You know what? I really want to deny that that's gonna happen. But we have seen Jaime and Cersei do all sorts of awful things as brother and sister. Targaryens crossbreed all the time. I know, but we have this, like, evil Lannister family. Bone Zone. Oh my god. You guys are killing me. No Bone Zone. I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it. Hi, Swift Mo. Swift, I hope you're feeling better. Jorah, Jon, no. Jorah, I don't think is ever going to see Dany ever again. They out here using res without a mercy? Yeah, they're right. You're right, Lemons. Oh my god. I hope they don't waste very much time. Like, I just don't see this the main plot now, right, is the fact that Jon, Jorah, the Hound, and the Brothers Without Banners are north of the Wall trying to trap a White Walker, bring it south to get Daenerys and Cersei. Oh my God, this plan is horrible. Daenerys and Cersei in the same room, show them the White Walker. Cersei will change her mind and want to ally herself with Daenerys. She'll give her the throne. This is such a bad idea. It's not going to work in a million years. They're not going to capture a White Walker. They're all going to die. Like, I don't understand why they're doing any of this. It's so weak. Something else, like next episode, I hope they quickly mess up this plan and we just pretend like it never happened. It's a horrible plan. It's awful. Right? You can't, like, even Jaime knows you can't ally yourself to Cersei. Like, he doesn't trust her. He saw her whispering with the maester. He doesn't trust her. Okay, here's the next thing. When does Cersei fucking get killed, right? We used to have this, like, Tom and death pool. She has to die this season, right? Please kill Cersei this season. Oh my God. Please just strangle her. A Night's Watch person who was touched by a walker? I don't know. Cersei won't die this season? Don't say that to me. No. Fuck. They could be Genji mains. Can we talk about the scene with Arya and Littlefinger? You guys want to talk about that? So, do you know what Arya found in Littlefinger's mattress, which she so conveniently discovered, right? Gendry mains. I'm totally fine with Gendry being back. Gendry was a really likable character. I just don't quite understand where they're going with him. So he's gonna be like the Robert to the Ned, you know? Oh my God, Ned and Robert, they won some battles together, but Jesus, they were really easily conquered, weren't they? By Cersei. Cersei double. I mean, she took them both on, and they're both dead. You paused it and you try to read most of it. So what? Hi, Duple. So the letter. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. The letter was. Do you remember season 1? Cersei made Sansa write a letter swearing fealty to House Lannister to try to save her father's life. Do you remember this? I'm a little bit surprised they didn't show it in the previously on. But that's what that letter was. They dug it up. And so I think Littlefinger wanted Arya to discover it. Yeah. She had to write that, and because she was trying to convince Winterfell to fall to House Lannister. The one she sent to Robb, right? She sent it back to Winterfell, so it was written by Sansa Stark. So it was the Stark sigil written back to Winterfell to Robb, swearing, begging them to ally or to surrender to Lannister. Yeah, I'm really surprised that we didn't get a previously on for that. He's gonna try to kill Arya. I think he can't kill her. He can't just kill her because Sansa would be mad. So Littlefinger, remember what he said remember what Bran said to Littlefinger is that chaos is a ladder. Littlefinger climbs that ladder. He creates chaos and subterfuge. Yeah, he's lost his grip on Sansa. She now has the ear of her really scary sister. Her surprisingly savvy and mysterious sister. He's trying to definitely throw a wedge between them. I wonder if it will work. Littlefinger ain't gonna get her. He's kind of got her. He's kind of leading her around by her nose. She showed her hand. She couldn't help herself but grandstand and show off and battle Brienne, and he saw that. She showed her hand. She revealed how powerful she was. She should have been wiser and kept it a secret, so Littlefinger's going to try to use her. He would ignore her if she weren't powerful. You like Littlefinger? He's a really good character. He really does make things interesting. He has these, Littlefinger and Varys, I like how they're almost like kind of oracles, like the way that they continue to live, like dynasties rise, houses rise and fall, and they remain, and they keep playing these roles, like they just keep skating through all the change. Tormund asking for Brienne. Oh my god. The way that Tormund looks at Brienne is definitely the way I look at like a cookie, you know? He wants the whole thing. He wants all of that. He won't get her straight up killed. I really hope Arya's smarter than she's been shown to be. I mean, she survived this long. Captain Phasma. Is that how you say it? Phasma? You love Brienne? I love Brienne too. She's been a persistent like character through. I mean, there were seasons I like loved her even more, like the Pod and Brienne show, like when they were like adventuring through Westeros. Shiny and chrome. Hell yeah, she is. She's so pretty. Honestly, in Star Wars, we haven't even seen her face yet. We've just heard her voice. We've just seen that shiny silver armor. We haven't seen her. I don't know, whatever she looks like under that helmet. Brienne, I mean Phasma, what you look like under that helmet, girl? Girl, let me take a peek under there. I don't know, what if she looks like Darth Vader? I mean, we know that her face is underneath. Yeah, but what if she's like an alien or something? I mean, anything's possible. Girl. Brienne's such a good character. I hope she doesn't die. I would be sad if she died. Or if Pod died. Hi, Duple. How you doing today, Duple? Trying to decide. I was like, let's get started. Let's have Game of Thrones chat. But I really don't know what I want to do next. She's too great to die. Is she? Podrick is the true king. Podrick is... He's good at shining armor. Like, he's terrible at fighting. He's not king material. You just saw Annabelle? Oh my god. Oh, that's right. Podrick is good at two things. Brienne is actually Jabba the Hutt's mother. Spoiler, it's Captain Phasma the Hutt. He was bred for something else. The Adventures of Podrick. Oh my goodness. He named his dick Widow's Wail. We should have a fan fiction Game of Thrones Tumblr. People in the theater kept screaming every time they saw the doll. Oh, that's stupid. Just kidding. That was me. That was me. You were laughing halfway through the movie? I can't see movies like that. Do you know the R.L. Stine like TV show they made off the books? There was one with the dummy, and the dummy is like tries to kill the whole family. It's like one of those marionette dolls. It looks just like Annabelle. Yeah, I saw that and that like scarred me. Yeah, that would be me screaming in the theater. I would be crying. It's scary. Those dolls are freaky looking. I hate horror too. Yeah, that would be my face. You love horror? Some people do. I just don't. Why won't my Snaps Pog work? Did my sub run out? No. Maybe my stuff did run out. Let me refresh. Yo, give me my snaps emotes. There's horror that I do like. Like, I liked Cabin in the Woods. I don't have my emotes. I don't know why. I liked Cabin in the Woods, and there was like one other horror movie I liked. Twitch has been kind of funky with the emotes. Like, it worked in Discord just now, but I can't do my snaps pog. Here, it works. It works in this browser window that I have chat running in, but it doesn't work in like this one over here. You thought Cabin in the Woods was a comedy? Yeah, it was. But it was horror too. Or Tucker and Dale versus Evil. That's horror, but it's like comedy. So yeah, I guess I like comedy horror. Even like in the past couple of years, my friends, they wanted to watch The Conjuring, and I was like, okay, let's watch it. And I didn't. It was scary. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Tucker and Dale, yeah. He shot off his bowling fingers. I Spit on Your Grave. I haven't seen that one. I'm drinking tea with my tiny hand. You love The Conjuring? So scary. Oh man, it's one of your favorite scary movies? It was awful. We watched both of them and we all like got really high and watched both of them, and I was like crawling on top of my friend screaming. Are you high? If you're high, the tiny hand really, it weirds me out. I can't see it right now, so I'm okay with it. What do you think of It? When they played the trailer for It before the Dark Tower movie, I closed my eyes and I refused to watch it. You can't wait for It? It looks so scary. You are actually never high. I saw the Dark Tower like, yeah, last week. It was really good. Tim Curry. Well, Tim Curry is not in the new one, right? He's just in the old one. I haven't even seen the old one because it's fucking scary. Have you read the books? I read the Dark Tower books, but I have not read It. No, it's some pleb. Let's look up who it is. You have piqued my curiosity. It's so scary. I don't even want to look at it. I mean, it doesn't really matter who plays him because the way they can do the makeup now, like CGI makeup. Bill Skarsgård, Alexander Skarsgård's brother. You know, and then the dad too is a Skarsgård. I forgot. Peter? No, I can't remember. You love Ibis Elbow? Ibis Elbow. That's amazing. They made him obviously evil. Yeah, his face is scary. His face is super scary. I wonder if that's on purpose. I mean, well, obviously it's on purpose, but they wanted to go overboard. Do, 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 do. Yeah, Bill Skarsgård. Do you know who Alexander Skarsgård is? He was on True Blood. Do, 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 do. Well, we've gotten off the topic of Game of Thrones, but I honestly can't think of anything else I want to say about that episode besides it's kind of a snoozer. Kind of a real snoozer, in my opinion. Hey, Eos. So does poop. You're not wrong. Yeah, he was Eric. Yep. I like him. I really liked him as Eric. What was Sam's girl saying? So Sam's girl, here's what she said. She said, what's an annulment? And he was like, an annulment is when, you know, a man wants to like forfeit his marriage. So she goes, it says here that Rhaegar Targaryen had a secret an annulment and then was secretly married. And then he interrupted her and like got all mad and started like stomping around. So the reason why that's significant is, it's really significant actually, because all this time we've kind of figured out that Jon Snow is Rhaegar Targaryen's son, but secret son that nobody knew about. Thing is, the people that know that, most of them are dead. Ned was one of them. Remember, Ned says to Jon, the very first episode of season 1, he's like, when they're parting, Ned's going to go to King's Landing. Jon's going to go to the Castle Black. And Ned's like, listen, when I come back, when I see you again, when I return, the next time I see you, I'll tell you, I'll answer all your questions about who your mother was. Of course, Ned, that goes south real quickly. Ned dies very quickly after that. So today, in the Game of Thrones episode, we found out that Jon is not a bastard, but was the legitimate son of Rhaegar Targaryen and Lyanna Stark, making him the heir. He's like the king. And that means that Daenerys is no longer the last Targaryen. That means that Daenerys is Jon Snow's aunt, because her brother was Rhaegar Targaryen. Only Brandon Stark, well, you know who else knows, is, what's his name? Mira's dad? Mira and Jojen's dad? Fuck, I can never remember his name. He was at Harrenhal. That happened at Harrenhal, right? The birth of Jon Snow. We heard the baby crying. We saw young Ned fighting the Targaryen. Tower of Joy. Yes, thank you. Howland Reed. Thank you. Thank you, J-Mac. I can never fucking remember Howland Reed's name. Mira, I always call him just Mira and Jojen's. Anyway, Howland Reed knows, because he was there. Maybe a Maester knows? I mean, the Maesters know, but they don't know that they know, or they don't care that they know, right? They don't care. They just don't care. Or they've forgotten that they know. Because the Maesters keep records of everything. They kept records of the secret annulment marriage thing. So they just forgot that they know. I think. The Maester must have known that Lyanna was pregnant, right? Maesters are such pompous twats, they don't pay attention to their own books. I agree. Or they're a little bit, they're like, they have this sense of self that's like really inflated. Remember he said like, we must exist. Like these kingdoms rise and fall, the winters come and go. They scream it's the apocalypse every time. We continue to exist because we hold the knowledge and they need us to exist. So it's like, it's almost like they're better than everybody else. Where the fuck is Sam? I don't know. What made him do that? Like, I feel like it would have been so much more effective if Sam had either had discovered that secret to Jon's heritage, because he doesn't know. He wasn't listening to Gilly. He doesn't know who Jon really is. So it's like, it feels like a weak plot point. Like they could have just had Sam figure it out and be like, I gotta get to the wall and tell Jon he's actually the Targaryen king. I don't know. They never implied he was abandoning the Night's Watch. Yeah. He was abandoning becoming a maester. I think he saw them as this group that could solve all the world's problems, but instead they just ignore the problems. He's still technically... Sorry for yawning. I'm actually like out of breath because I've whipped myself into such a frenzy. Secret Targaryens. That was the real satisfying thing that we saw that we got that little gift of confirmation that Jon is a legitimate heir. Beep, 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 beep. Really can't think of anything else that happened. Dany set the Tarleys on fire. Sam is fleeing somewhere. I mean, it has to be somewhere like relatively safe because he's taking Gilly with him. Like, why wouldn't he leave Gilly behind? He got out of the water. Well, I don't know if you saw, but they like swam downstream. Like he fished him out of the water and they were downstream from where the battle was, because then they sat on the bank and were like looking towards the burning wagons. So they were like away from the action. Because Tyrion and Dany and everyone were like walking the battlefield. What do you think the glance of the... Oh, Swift. So you're talking about when Sam ran in, gathered up a bunch of scrolls and books, packed his bags, and then ran out, and then packed up Gilly and Little Sam. Is that his name? Little Sam? And then left. So, but before he left, he stopped and he looked up at the chandelier overhead. I think he was really considering if he really wanted to let go of his dream. Like all his life, that's what he wanted. He wanted to make it to the Citadel. Like he's a nerd. He loves books. He loves scrolls. He hates swords and fighting. Like you remember when they gave him a sword and he just like laid down on the ground and started crying? Like he needs to be in a library, you know? So he had finally achieved that dream and was at the Citadel working in the library, access to any knowledge at all he wanted. And he was about to walk away from it. That's all I can think of. I don't know. I don't think it was significant. Like maybe you thought that like chandelier could like zap White Walkers or something. Perhaps it served some purpose. Right? It reminds me so much of Harry Potter. Hi, Flood. Flood, we're talking about Game of Thrones, by the way. Oh, wait. Wrong universe. Or is it? So, if you guys are It fans, oh, hold on. We'll talk about that in a second. If you see Dark Tower, there's a Pennywise Easter egg in it. It was significant to his emotional turmoil and character development. That's what I think. You think Daenerys is slowly being won over by Jon? Ugh. Swift, we talk about this every week. Everyone is convinced that there's chemistry there, and they're like stoking the flames of romance between them. But we found out tonight that they are nephew and aunt. So I really hope it does not progress to romance. I think maybe they were teasing us a little bit with the romance, but I don't know. I think it's like a Luke and Leia thing. I could be wrong, though. Oh, Lord, I hope I'm not wrong. The incest is just so gross to me. The Jaime and Cersei, like, them, like, kissing and hugging. Oh, I can't even say what they did that other episode. Oh, my God. So gross. And they made a baby. She's pregnant. What the fuck is that? Oh, let's make another one of our horrible failure monster children that we breed. Good God. Someone like tie their tubes, please. Between Jorah and Dany. I got a big friendship vibe from Jorah and Dany. Stoking the something. More like stroking. You know they're gonna fuck, right? No, I don't know that. I don't want to believe it. No one has ever been accepted by her dragons, and he was totally turned on. The dragon got a big Game of Throner. Tommen and Myrcella were good kids. I mean, it doesn't matter how many Tommen and Marcellas you have when you have a Joffrey. Like, Joffrey cancels out everything. Good God, that kid was a terror. And just Dragonbone. His giant Game of Throner Dragonbone. There's a lot of love between Jorah and Danny Tanner. Yes, there is. Isn't Danny Tanner from Full House? The mutually accepted the friend zone. Yes, and remember he worked for her father, right? Like, he served her father. Oh, there's a big... So basically, he's like a father figure to her. I think he has affection for her, but they really kept that, like, very platonic. You're right, J-Mac. So Sam is now the head of the Tarleys? I don't think so. I don't think Sam is a Tarley anymore because he took the black. He took the black. That's why, remember, and I feel like they're gonna observe that tradition, because Jon Snow took the black and thus could not become king in the North, but his watch ended because he died, and thus he was free to rule. Yeah, I think they're gonna honor that. Who knows? Who knows what they could do? They're definitely like taking shortcuts all over the place. Who knows what other shortcuts they could take? Holy shit, they're like... We are like crisscrossing the map in the blink of an eye every episode now. You can't type? It's funny. Lizney, it's fine. We know what you mean. John had a good attorney and got out the Night's Watch. He took a knife to the heart. Why do you think... Okay, let me ask you guys that. Why is that significant? Why is it significant that Jon took a knife to the heart for his people? Like, why did Dany want to know more about that? Like, I guess Dany wanted to know if he was like a walking zombie or not, but... And why does he keep that a secret? Why does he keep that a secret from Dany, the fact that he died and came back to life? It's kind of like something you would tell somebody. He didn't... No, he didn't lie. Makes no sense, right? I'm sure there's a reason for it, because we got a scene today where he skirted the question, where he wouldn't tell her. Because Jorah came up. Jorah appeared. Maybe she's not into necrophilia. Unnecessary drama and tension. I don't know. I really don't know what they're doing with this, but it makes me nervous that, like, the version we're getting now is 100% the showrunner's version. Like, George told them where the story ends, but these details that they're doing, these cards they're playing, is 100%, you know, the showrunners. Like, George is no longer... He doesn't have input on this anymore. Oh my God, Lizney. Dany's gonna have one of her... I can't trust anyone, though I haven't ever been betrayed. Well, she was betrayed. Jorah did betray her. Jorah was selling secrets. He was a spy under her rule. He was like her advisor, and he was selling secrets to Varys about her. Yes. Yeah, he did betray her, but he told her. He came clean when he saw who she was, that she really was the true queen, true heir. He came clean and told her. Yeah, of course, but she expected that from Marine. It was a damning blow that Jorah had betrayed her, because they were friends. Nothing wrong with some spy versus spy. Whose emote is spy versus spy? Yours? Oh, Dark, that's awesome. I used to read those comics. He showed up to Drogo as a spy. Yes, I know. Because he pledged fealty to her. Remember? He, like, when she walked out of the flames, he, like, dropped to her knees and was like, my Khaleesi. Like, he pledged fealty to her. I'm almost done with my tea. At that moment, I think he was legit. I think so too, because he stopped selling secrets. He switched his loyalty. He was like, "Yo, she just walk out of a furnace?" Well, and she had three dragons. She had to hatch those babies. I like how she's telling John, she's like, "They're my children. I use my children to murder my enemies." Ooh, Greyjoys. Totally forgot about them. He never betrayed her because at the moment he pledged fealty. All right, Lizney. She felt betrayed because she banished him. He was like, "Khaleesi, please. Khaleesi, please." That's how he talks. Maybe he was selling misinformation. Maybe. I don't know. Oh my God, Swift. You really think she's pregnant? I don't think she's pregnant. Like, really? She could be, I guess. God, she's such a, like... Monkey, hi! Team row. What does that mean? Is that a Gedry? A Gedry joke? Oh my God, stop yawning. Where's Yara? Yeah. I don't think Gendry's gonna have a much bigger role than he does now. He's just fighting alongside Jon Snow. So that's pretty cool. Where is Yara? Where's Yara? We know where Alaria is. Alaria and her sand snake daughter. Where's Yara? AKA Theon's sister. He's being set up for a sequel, maybe. Maybe he is. They have all these spin-offs coming. Yo, real talk. Yo, hit me with it, Lizney. Monkey, did you get to see the episode? You get to see the whole thing? You find some Wi-Fi? Did they do an actress change for the Sand Snake girl? No? Not that I noticed. Yeah, they were the same. You saw it? Awesome. The youngest? I think she was the whip one, right? I believe she was. I'm playing with these tiny hands so much. Can't stop. The one that's like now dead and poisoned. No, yeah, she's not still alive. She's like poisoned. So much time has gone by. Prager's fake? I think so. She's not pregnant. She's using it as a ploy. He's gonna find out. He sides with Tyrion. Ends up killing everyone. Okay, Swiftmo. That's a great theory. The one that poisoned Bronn. Bronn didn't get poisoned. Bronn? Yeah, she's not alive anymore. Oh, yeah. The one that poisoned Bronn. Right. Tell me I'm pretty. I thought it was the same girl. Bronn, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry. Oh, yawning. I'm so sorry. Okay, Swift. I think Jaime has to kill Cersei, right? Jaime has to kill Cersei because there's been so much foreshadowing that he's gonna strangle her, right? Because in the first episode of the season, you remember they were standing on the war map that she had painted on the floor. There's just all these little Easter eggs that point to that. I think Jaime is gonna kill Cersei. I really feel like it has to be that way. He's gonna feel like utterly betrayed by something. She's gonna create some web of lies. Or, remember, Jaime decided to kill the Mad King. He broke his oath and killed the Mad King in a cowardly way by stabbing him in the back because he was gonna burn the whole city down. So Cersei did burn the whole city down. So I'm wondering if the next crazy thing that Cersei has cooked up to do, Jaime's gonna be like, that's a step too far, sis, and have to kill her. You want a White Walker to kill her? It's gotta be Jaime. It's gotta be Jaime. All the kids at Jaime's? Well, they could have been anybody's. Remember, she was sleeping with... I forgot his name, but he was the one that joined that, like, cult. Fuck, what was his name? He was so stupid. He was so young. It was really gross, her, like, using him. Started with an L. Preggers is real. I'm just like, can we please not have any more of these nightmare children? Lawrence, was that his name? Yeah, that one she was banging. Who the fuck's the daddy, you know? Just scroll through the family tree. Pick any one of them. They could be the father. She only sleeps with men that are related to her directly. Jaime's gonna become a White Walker. Ugh. Yeah, the Valonqar prophecy. Yep. I didn't want to bring that up because I don't feel like I know enough about it, like, because I haven't read the books. But yes, there's a lot of foreshadowing, kind of outside Easter eggs for book readers that suggest Jaime is going to be the one to kill Cersei, specifically strangle her. Why is my mom texting me? Hold on one second. Lancel. God bless you. Thank you for pulling that name. Lawrence Lannister. Okay, my mom sent me a picture of her garden. Thanks, Mom, for sending me a picture at 10 p.m. at night. She always does that. Lancel. It could be Tyrion or Jaime. True. And strangling crazy bitches. Yeah. True. I really feel like it has to be Jaime. My lion. Oh my god, Shay. I hated Shay. I hated every moment she was on the screen. Every second. I did not like her at all. She was so difficult and like non-compliant with like the crazy dangerous situation they were in. Man, I hated her so much. But I know that was to show Tyrion's maybe his character, how he would marry or date these women that were just impossible. She messing with a broke Lannister. She was a gold digger because Tywin bought her. Yeah, it's fucked up. That was so gross. Man. So gross. I know he really loved her and so he killed Tywin, but like she didn't love him. She loved him. Why did she sleep with his dad? Riddle me that, Batman. Look, you don't commit incest on someone that you love. That's just rule number 1. Is not getting their gold. Did you see that they talked about the mercenaries that the Lannister had hired? What are they called? The gold swords or something? I don't know. No, the gold already made it through the gates, remember? They come back and they're like, they make it a point to say the gold has safely made it through the city gates. And then Dragons. Golden Company, thank you. Yeah, they mentioned that again today too. No. I think it was called the Golden Company. It's a bunch of mercenaries. Maybe gold cloaks. I don't know. Something with gold. Some type of mercenaries. They got mentioned this episode and the last episode. Gold cloaks? Yeah. That's right. Yo, you right. Guys, this has been really fun talking with you. Yes, the gold cocks. You're correct. Yep. That's Podrick. Yeah, Podrick. Podrick with his magical penis. That was one of the funniest moments in the entire show when all the prostitutes were like loving on Podrick. That was so funny. They're like, "What'd you do to them?" Podrick is the king of the gold cocks. House Podrick. Raise your dongas. It's like Lannisters always pay their debts. What do the Starks say? Winter's coming. Podrick is like, raise your dongs. I do have a command for that. Oh yeah, by the way, my emote finally got approved. No, not that one. This one for BTTV. Let's make sure it's working. Yes. Coming. Podrick is coming. Take the night off, ladies. So what are we going to see next week, guys? What's going to happen next week? We got to get an update on the Greyjoys. What's going on in House Greyjoy? What's going on with Yara, Theon? Hopefully we'll go north of the wall. I wouldn't mind a whole episode that takes place north of the wall. It looks like a lot's going to happen. Such a bad plan. We're going to send our King of the North north of the wall to get killed by White Walkers. I just can't believe how bad of a plan this is. Yara being reeked. I hope not. You know, fuck the Greyjoys. But Yara was allied with Dany. Right? I gotta put a cough drop in. I hope the mountain doesn't have her. Jeez. We didn't see the mountain this episode either. How are the Greyjoys cool in your book? So, right now, the Greyjoys are Huron. Yeah, the mountain is still busy. I know, I always think about that. I don't think we're going to see her ever again. Excuse me. Shame. Shame. You like him? But that's House Greyjoy. Like, they're allied with Cersei. So again, I haven't read the books, but I listened to a podcast and they talked a little bit about Euron's character in the books. And the version that we're getting on the TV show is such a vanilla, mild version of what he was in the books. He was a true, like, raper ravager. Like, just took whatever he wanted and was like a freaking psychopath. Like a crazy villain. Like pure savagery. Hello. Hello, Lumoist. Lumoist, please share. What did you think of that episode? I feel like everybody's really excited because fucking Gendry's back, but that episode was not that great. I know. Yay, we're all rooting for Gendry. But I'm just like, nothing freaking happened. You're rooting for Gendry? Problem is, though, darn rabbit, is he's a bastard. Your name is now Young Moist. Okay, Young Moist. It's kind of gross and pedo, TBH. I mean, why can't you be like Adult Moist? And setup ep, I didn't like it. I wouldn't mind the setup ep, Lou, but what I really don't like is the stupid plan to send John and all, you know, the raiding party, all the cool characters are now north of the wall. Like, they're just White Walker bait. Only true-born son? He's the son of one of his many, like, prostitutes. Like, he's not a legitimate heir. There has to be a twist. Here's the twist. We saw it in the scenes for the next season. It's freaking Jon Snow running for his life across the tundra. Right, he's a full bastard. I'm sorry, darn rabbit. I don't mean to crush your Gendry. You're like rooting for Team Gendry. I mean, Jon Snow is... They think he's a bastard, but he's the king of the North, so anything's possible. I agree, darn rabbit, but we fought that war. That was the War of the Five Kings, right? That war has ended. It was the claim to the throne based on the lineage of the Lannister kids. Really, Stannis? It's arguable. He was the only one who had a true claim. What about Dany? Renly was useless, but he had to make a claim for the throne because he was backed by Highgarden. Remember, Marjorie was like supposed to marry him. He was pretty useless though. Remember Catelyn Stark? Holy shit! Thanks for the lewd joke and the $2. Thank you. Fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say. It was the weakest episode, I agree. Targaryens lost the throne. They lost the throne because Jaime betrayed the king. Fuck you actually seem nice. I'm sorry for the donation joke. Fuck me, dude. Okay. Welcome, fellow streamer Arnie. You have any more jokes for us? Stannis would have made a horrible king. Tyrannical as fuck. Ugh. Stannis, the only reason he made a pass for the throne is because the Red Woman convinced him to. Like, she came to him, sold him all these lies and like sex magic and blood magic, and convinced him to make a run for the throne because he was chosen by this mysterious Lord of Light. I don't know. That was like so long ago. I think the point of it all is that there's multiple claims to the throne and it's all fruitless. Did Devil Smoke Baby come out of her pussy? She did. I mean, she had real power. wish a woman would sell you sex magic. Are you looking for a lady to have your weird shadow babies? Right. Yeah. So they don't do anything to set them on fire. It's like the Lord of Light ignites the blade. Yes. Just buy some of Dallas's crabs. Fermented crabs. He was like, you're gonna poke a hole in your chain metal. Oh my god. Davos really sold that shit. When a mommy Lannister and a daddy Lannister, I mean Baratheon, love each other very much. No, the Lord of Light. Is your blade igniting? If your blade ignites for longer than 4 hours, make sure you see your doctor. No. Ew. Dickens blade. Rip the dick. If your blade is igniting, yes. The whole baby thing. Do you think it's a real baby? I don't think it's a real baby. I think it's fake. And what was she talking to Qyburn about when Jaime stepped in? She was like super secretive. No. Why would you eat fermented crab? That's disgusting. I think that sounds awesome. Have you ever had fermented meat? Fermented seafood? Have you ever had anything like that? Cersei was talking to the maester about fermented crabs. Gross. You want to try it? Fermented shark? Right, thank you. That's what I was thinking of. Yes, thank you, Dane. That's what I was thinking of. They like ferment these sharks and it smells like ammonia. It's like inedible. Well, people eat it. Fermented means like... Fermented is the process of what? Wheat turning, like processing sugar into alcohol. So you can ferment things like beer is fermented, vinegar is fermented. Vinegar, I guess, is fermented. Anything that produces alcohol, they use these little bugs to create alcohol. So if you're fermenting something like seafood, ugh. Gross. They ferment anchovies? Gross. What did it taste like, Dane? So fish beer? Yes. Oh, we could urban ferment. Any ferment means that the end product is going to be alcohol. You'd eat that? Ew. Sorry, guys. None of you would eat fermented crab. It would smell so bad. You know how fish tastes like fishy? It's like that, just magnified 1 billion times. Ugh. It sounds awful. It's Korean food. You'll eat anything? That's a lie, monkey. You won't eat pizza. Ugh, I can't believe you're telling me this. This is making me nauseous. Gross. I bet you would never be able to get that like fishy sea taste out of your mouth. Lou, look, you can go ask your doctor, but I promise you vaginas are not fermented. Well, you have eaten pizza. Would you eat a fermented crab pizza? Vag beer is totally a thing. They take like yeast from the vagina. Okay, I don't want to talk about this. It's so gross. No more fermented talk. Oh my god. No more. Mods can't quote it. You have to be an editor, which is me. You're coughing so hard. Thank you for telling us. Tacos. I'm not against eating pizza. I just don't use my money to buy pizza. Sounds like a very personal decision. What did I... Well, quote what, Swift Mo? I see something about a vagina. Something like vaginas aren't fermented. Boys have penises, girls have vaginas. Is it a vagina question, Lou? You can ask me anything. What does something smell like if it's fermented? Like beer or yeast? Yeah, it's just yeast. Fermented vagina? I don't know. We're talking about... So we just watched Game of Thrones, and there was a scene with fermented crab. So we're talking about fermented things. Yeah. Like, well, what does vinegar smell like? What does beer smell like? All those things are fermented. A fermented vagina would be a yeast infection? No. Right. Fermentation processes sugar into alcohol. That's what I said. Yeah. I feel like you really feel like you solved the mystery of vaginas tonight, so I'm just going to tell you yes so that you'll be happy. Congratulations. You solved the mystery. Beer smells good. Not when you're making it, it doesn't. It smells like super yeasty. We solved the mystery here. Thank you. You're welcome. Apparently vagina beer is a thing. They like took yeast from the vagina and made beer with it. Don't do that. The yeast smell is the best smell? No. Oh, weird. Kimchi is fermented and it is great. You're right. You're gonna open with that on your next internet date about the... Are you gonna tell her that you know the mysteries of the vagina? You wanna try kimchi so bad? Kimchi's really good. You gotta get good kimchi though. Sometimes some of the kimchi is like fishier than others or like more garlicky. But I really like kimchi. Kimchi smells like ass. You smell like ass. Kimchi's the shit. Yeah, it is. I mean, you don't just like... I don't like eat it by itself. I eat it with like rice and other things. Yes, kimchi fries are a thing at Cilantro. Yeah, they're really good. They take French fries and put kimchi and they're like spicy mayo and sriracha on it. And then bulgogi meat on top, which is the like Korean barbecue beef. Oh my god, it's so good. so good. Kimchi in a burrito? Yeah. You eat your mom's... Sriracha, yeah. Sriracha goes on everything. Sriracha's amazing. Beep, 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 beep. Well, guys, I'm thinking about doing like maybe a mission in Fortnite. What do you think? Anybody want to team up for a Fortnite mission? Just kind of feeling indecisive tonight. I mean, I wanted to talk about Game of Thrones, but I wasn't like super decisive on what I wanted to do next. Of course, we can keep talking about Game of Thrones. Thank you guys for joining me, chit-chatting in my Discord. I'm sure you are all in there, but if you're not, you know, you're more than welcome to join the Discord. We have a Game of Thrones spoiler chat, so you ever want to talk Game of Thrones, you're more than welcome to do it there. Play the Game of Thrones game. You mean those like Telltale games? Or do you mean like the Game of Thrones, where you play the Game of Thrones, you win or you die? Like Cersei told Ned that one time? Yeah, the actual Game of Thrones, yeah. You win or you die. All right, let me get switched over. Hey guys, we survived in IRL. Congratulations. We went north of the wall. We streamed in IRL for a successful hour and 15 minutes. Yeah, honestly, I'm not a fan of those Telltale games. If you're a fan, that's fine. But honestly, I feel like those games are not for gamers. They're not games. They're just like... I'm like, just give me the book. I'll just read this story. Like, it's moving too slow for me. I don't understand it. But I know they're very popular. There's a shitty game from 5 years ago. I didn't know that.